Hello and welcome, I'm Val, and in this tutorial I'll show you how I achieved the 70s Cher inspired glam look. So my moisturizer that I use is just raw shea butter. I've found that it is completely natural for my skin and my needs. It's the best moisturizer. I always see a difference when I put it on. I think it makes my skin look more moisturized and healthy and dewy. I'm really into that dewy look right now, so it kind of helps shine through my makeup. Like, it creates kind of a dewy finish through my makeup, and it makes me feel better knowing it's 100% natural, so I'm not putting toxic chemicals in my skin. I cover my whole body in this stuff. It's so good. This stuff is the best. I am sorry my face looks super washed out. I hope it doesn't turn out that way when I'm editing it, the final version, but I'm just sitting in front of my mirror and I have my little ring light all the way low, on the lowest setting. So I don't know why the camera is washing me out so much right now, but hopefully it still turns out okay. So I don't use a primer or anything. I just go straight from moisturizer to foundation, because I find that when I put too many layers on, I don't know, it flakes off on my skin. Like, it kind of flakes off or feels like it's too thick, like there's too much stuff on my face. So I try to keep it light and simple. I have this foundation brush that I found at a pharmacy, and it helps put the foundation on really smooth and evenly, and it feels good on my skin. It's really soft. For my concealer under my eyes, I am using a beauty blender. I wet it a little bit, squeeze it out so it's just a little damp. I'm just using Revlon Color Stay, and it doesn't tell me the shade, you know, lighter than my foundation. I just put a tiny bit on the corner, make like a triangle corner of my eye where my puffiness is, and then just down. Hopefully you can see that. Blend, blend, blend. Don't go all the way up to my eyelid, just keep it where the line is, to try to soften that harsh shadow a little bit and go up into the corner of my eye. I'm gonna go up on my actual lid here and just go ahead and conceal the whole thing. As like a primer, I think it helps create a blank canvas for the artwork we're going to be doing on the eyelid. Okay, now that my eyes are concealed, I'm gonna use a contour stick. I'm using the NYX or NYX, I don't know how you say it. Stick, it has the dark side and the light side in one stick. I love that. So highlight and contour in one. This is medium tan. More contour than I would normally do on the sides of my face, because I have a very like wide short face. Cher has like a long thin face, so I just want to be as Cher as possible because she's a badass babe. I do the light parts first and then I do the dark. And I don't really contour this part of my face because I already have the enormous cheekbones and I kind of already have a natural like shadow there. I don't accentuate that like a lot of folks do. That's just my personal choice. All right, I am digging this so far. I will invest in a better camera and better YouTube equipment one day. I just, you gotta start somewhere, right? I do wish this looked better on the camera because it looks great in the mirror. Then I look on the phone and it's just disappointing, but it's okay. All right, I have my foundation contouring done. So I'm gonna do a little blush. Go ahead and do my eyebrows. Just gonna keep them natural. Try to create a high arch. Not too bushy. So I really want to do like the purple eyeshadow I see a lot on her in the 70s, and I don't have exactly what I'd like to have right now to create that look, but I have a purple eyeshadow and I have some shimmer, so I'm going to try to combine them together and create the look that I'm trying to achieve. So I have this purple right here, and I have this NYX Born to Glow liquid illuminator. It has a lot of sparkle and shimmer, so I'm gonna try to somehow combine them. On my eyelid, I'll start with the illuminator and go from there. So 70s Cher. Cher slayed every decade, but 70s Cher, she has the long black hair parted in the middle, iconic super long eyelashes, and colorful eyeshadow, and an epic crease. That's what I'm gonna try to achieve today, is that particular iconic Cher look. Okay, I'm gonna first go with the purple with a brush and like block the color on my lid. I like to use these little cotton rounds on when I'm doing my eyeshadow, especially because it keeps the eyeshadow from sprinkling down. It's really hard to get off once it's there, so I just do this and it saves me a lot of trouble. So this purple goes on a little darker than I would like it to, but that's just what we have to work with right now. Just kind of fill it in. I might even do a little on the bottom. Other side. So when I was little, growing up in the 90s, my parents are baby boomers and they grew up in the 60s and 70s, and that's their favorite music. And the town I grew up in had this amazing oldies radio station with great 60s hits. Like, it was so good. I haven't found another one like it since then. It played hits like, they played a lot of Sonny and Cher, like 60s pop music. That's what I grew up listening to, and I didn't know it was like old. I thought that's just what everyone listened to, and I loved it. I absolutely love that music, and it just completely coded my whole personality. And it wasn't until I got older, like maybe 11, 12, that I realized that not everyone grew up with that, listening to that music. So not only did my parents grow up listening to it, but I grew up listening to it. It's really my favorite music still to listen to. I fell in love with the Beatles at an early age. I think 7 years old is my earliest memory with the Beatles. And I think when I was about 14, I really got into more of the aesthetic and the like hippie culture, the long hair, like the whole vibes, like flower power, all that. It's really kind of stuck with me over my entire life. I can really relate to that decade, the 60s and 70s. It just gives me life for some reason. I love Cher. I mean, I was never like a huge Cher fan. I never really thought about it that much. So I did love Sonny and Cher's music from the 60s. And then my second encounter with Cher was in the 90s when she came out with her Believe album. And I was about 10 years old when I first heard it, and I thought it was a man because she has this amazing deep contralto voice. I thought it was a man singing it, even though it was auto-tune and everything. And when I found out it was a woman, it was even more amazing. And I was like reintroduced to Cher. Love that song. Alright, so we got the purple block here. I'm kind of digging it. I want to make a pretty awesome crease because she has that Epic Crease. So I'm gonna go with a darker color for that. Brown. Gotta find a good brown here. I have all kinds of shades of brown. So yeah, Cher's always been cool to me. And then not until recently I saw her 1989 film Mermaids, and I just fell in love with Cher again. Mermaids is kind of what inspired me to want to do a Cher look. My hair's kind of looking like 70s Cher these days, so I thought it would be appropriate. I'm gonna go up in that crease, and I'm gonna make the crease higher than what my actual crease is because I have a very low crease. I just want it to be visible. La-da-da-da-dee. La-da-da-da-da. Now I found this like shimmery pink from NYX here. So I'm just doing that on my lid right here in the middle. And I feel like it's really giving me that look I'm going for. Yes. I'm pretty happy with the eyeshadow right now, so I'm gonna go for the lashes, the best part. I think the most Cher thing is her long eyelashes. Okay, I'm just using these Kiss lashes. They're just cheap lashes from the drugstore. They were the most Cher-y looking lashes I could find. Actually, first I will attempt to do my waterline, do white. I got my lashes on. They're all nice and glued on now. And I tried the bottom fake lashes for the first time, and I think I'm in love. I cut two pieces off of one lashes and just glue them in the corners. These lashes are really long, nice and long. They're just kind of thin at the top, so they're not quite Cher lash standards, but they're good enough for now. Now I'm just gonna try to blend them in with some mascara. Okay, now I'm gonna do like a light pink lipstick. This is one of my favorites. It's NYX Eurotrash. I've had it for a few years now, but it's almost gone. That's all that's left of it. I think this color goes really well with the eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna blot it and add some lip gloss. I use a clear plumping lip gloss by City Lips. I love it. It works really well. It actually does plump your lips quite a bit. I need all the help I can get. Okay, I think I'm done with my makeup. Now I gotta fix my hair. So I went ahead and put on my top. It's just a scarf that I turned into a shirt because I don't have any kind of like disco-y Cher clothes, but I do have this amazing scarf and I thought it looked pretty 70s Cher, so that's what we're working with, and it just happens to fit perfectly around my neck. Just put a few pins in the back to hold it in place, and now we're gonna go for the hair. I don't have to do too much to it, but I am gonna add a halo hairpiece to just make it thicker and longer. So I'm gonna part it in the middle first. Just pull the hair on the crown of my head up in a bun so I can put the halo on. Just taking the hair down to cover it up. Just brushing it around to kind of blend the hairs together. Brush it towards my face. My hair is naturally straight, so I didn't need to straighten it, but if it wasn't, I would have straightened it. Okay, I'm pretty much done. So I'm just gonna put my hair behind my back like that. Put my hair towards my face. I think normally she'd have like some big hoop earrings, but I have small gold hoop earrings, which I'm gonna put in, and I think that's gonna be fine. Time for my photo shoot.